Hi everybody, welcome back. Today I am bringing you my very long-awaited fingernail polish collection. Down below I'll leave all of my fingernail polish declutter videos, and as we were going through that I kept alluding to there's only one particular brand that you don't see me decluttering. I tend to be like this creature of habit who, when I use a particular product, when it comes to fingernail polish at least, I use that brand and that brand alone. Why I'm like that, I couldn't tell you. I do have a few other shades that I did keep from that declutter. Those will not be in this because we've already went over those, so I feel like that's just repetitive. So this is going to be all of the shades you didn't see. And I keep them in this little guy here. I'll insert a picture because it's too hard for me to readjust my camera over and over. This comes to us from M.A.C. I found this on Amazon, and it is the large fingernail polish holder. This one holds 36 bottles of nail polish. There's some other ones that hold a lot more, but the reason why this one only holds that amount is because it has this huge spot in here, and this is where I keep like my extra files. This one really needs to be cleaned off. My little nail tabs that I take to use to get my nail polish off. My little toe size ones too. They really are toe size, and they are different because the big toe one is a nice big one here like this. I also have like my little cute toenail separators. These are freaking amazing if you ever come across these. I find these at Family Dollar. So if you have a Family Dollar in your area, you get like a 9-pack. I think it's a 9 or a 10-pack of these. They're amazing. You only need 3 at a time because of the way they're made. Love them. I also have other little stuff that I keep in here, kind of like, this is the Peween latex tape. So if I'm going to do something with like dip or just something that I'm going to want the latex tape, then I keep that. This is my bottle of Sesh Restore. This is the little dropper that goes with it. So that it's nice and convenient to have all this here. So the way this is set up is it holds all these nail polishes here. It closes down nice and tight. It's plastic. You flip it right over and voila, more polishes in the back. So it does hold quite a bit. They do sell these in various sizes, and I'll leave a link if I can find it below. But without any further ado, let's get in and see what polishes I kept. So I'm actually going to start off with my base coats. This is Sesh Base. This is a ridge filling base coat. I would say the only little caveat about this is that it does leave kind of like a white pearly cast on your nails. So if you don't paint your nails all the way to the cuticle, which I don't, I leave like a nice little, I don't know, maybe an 1/8 of an inch gap in there, 1/16 of an inch, then it's going to show up. So the only place where I really need to use the ridge filler is the tips of my nails because my nails tend to peel. So that's where I keep this, is just on the tips. Now for the rest of the nail and my toenails as well, I like to put a base coat on those. This is the Sesh Clear. This is the Crystal Clear base coat. It's an amazing bonding base coat. I am almost out. This is about ready to go on my empties. I need to get another bottle of it. But this is a really good base coat. I like it. It's a really good priming stage for your nail polish to go on well. And I have had no problems with it. And I like what I like, guys. I stick in one particular lane at a time. Now, this is my holy grail that we've been talking kind of a lot about now. This is Sesh Vite. This is the Dry Fast top coat. This is what makes my nails look like glass. What makes everybody think that I get gel nails done, and I promise you I don't. These are just my nails. This will dry your polish to the touch within 30 seconds and through all of your layers of polish within about, I'd say about 10 to 15 minutes, maybe a half an hour, depending upon how thick the polish is underneath. If it's a more jelly consistency, it's going to take just a little bit longer, but it dries them to the touch. So you don't really have to worry about mucking up that top coat. It goes and it sinks and it penetrates through all the coats of your polish. It's just an amazing product. I absolutely love it. So now that we've gone over what makes my nails great, let's talk about the nail polishes I put in them. And that elusive brand, of course, I'm sure you could see it through here. It is OPI. I have just become an OPI snob when it comes to nail polish. It is an amazing polish. It's not the cheapest. It's not the most expensive. There are others out there that are much more expensive. A lot of these are limited edition. I tend to buy those more so than the normal line, so unfortunately you can't get them. But the ones that are limited edition that I have found a close enough dupe, I will kind of link to those if I can in the description box. So we're going to start off with this shade here. This comes to us from the Grease collection. This was the 40th anniversary edition, and the name of the shade is Hopelessly Devoted to OPI. It is just a gorgeous pink, pinky, very milky kind of shade. Just really pretty. A shade I just absolutely love, and I had to have the Grease collection because I grew up on Grease, so yes. Once again, from the Grease 40th Anniversary Collection from OPI, we have here Pink Ladies Rule the School. This is an amazing, just baby pink shade, kind of like, like a strawberry milkshake pinky shade. I just love this shade so much. It's one of my favorites. I wear it a lot. Again, from the Grease Collection, this is the most beautiful red shade I have ever come across. Red is not red, guys. Red has varying degrees. You can get you an orangey red, a pinky red, a mauvey red, a berry red, and then you got your blue-based reds. And to me, those are your true reds. This is a true red, and this is the truest of true reds I have ever come across. The name of this shade is Tell Me About It, Stud. And it is just the most gorgeous, beautiful, blue-based, true red that, again, like I said, I have ever seen. Now, I have another one in my collection that's really close to this, but it's not quite this. And again, love, love, love it. Again, from the Grease 40th Anniversary Collection, this is the shade Danny and Sandy Forever. This is such a fun shade. It's like a midnight blue shade, and it is just chocked full of silver shimmer iridescence. It's just a beautiful shade. I absolutely love it. And of course, it's, brought to you from OPI. Again, from the 40th Anniversary Collection, this is the shade Was It All Just a Dream? And this is kind of from like the scene with Frenchie and Beauty School Dropout. This is just a gorgeous, like almost Tiffany blue, but much lighter than Tiffany blue shade. I love this one. It's a cream shade, so it's a very pretty, goes on super duper opaque. Love, love, love it. And then one of the prettiest white shades I've ever seen. And this one is so interesting because it almost has just a hint, and I mean the very slightest, tiniest hint of green in it. Not something you usually see in a white shade. And this is from, the Grease 40th Anniversary Collection. And the name of this shade is Don't Cry Over Spilled Milkshakes. Now, it does not present green whatsoever on the nails. But it does have just the tiniest green shift to it. And I think that's what makes it look like a very milky, milk-like color shade. And I just love it. And the last one that I have from the Grease collection, because I didn't get every shade in the collection. There are some shades that I just don't like, so I didn't need all of them. But this is the shade You're the Shade That I Want. And this is just a really fun fuchsia pink. It's very much a blue-based fuchsia pink color. I just think it's a gorgeous color. It's a me color. It's I love to wear this in the summer, like on my toes kind of color. But very, very pretty. And I love it. Next coming up, this is the OPI Infinite Shine. Now, I don't do this with the steps. This is a 3-step system for OPI, and it's a UV light one. So you'd have your base bonding coat, then you would have this step, and then you would have the top coat, and you would cure each of them under the UV light. I just like the shade, and I put it on top of Seche Vite. Works out just fine for me. And the name of this shade is Leyla Tell You About This Color. And I think this was in a haul once. And I just love that name because it's from the Peru collection. But it's Leyla Tell You About This Color. And again, this is a gorgeous, like, very pretty milky pink. I will have to say that even though I don't use the steps with it, it's still a fantastic nail polish and it holds up very well. And now the shade that I'm actually wearing right now that probably appears black on camera, but it is not. It is, and if you guys are OPI fans, I'm sure most of you OPI people already knew what shade this was. This is the shade Black Cherry Chutney. And it is that. It is a black cherry. It does look very matte, but on closer inspection, it does have just a teeny tiny bit of iridescence in it. I mean, it is just a black cherry color if there ever was a black cherry color, but oh God, isn't that so pretty? And it's harder to show up on camera on the nails, but in real life, you know, you get that little silhouette of that cherry outline around the nail, and oh my God, I love this shade. One of my absolute favorites. This beautiful, gorgeous shade here is called Happy Anniversary. It is very much, can be a shimmery top coat if you wish. You can do one coat and have it be a very pretty, white, shimmery, iridescent top coat. I do tend to use that like this more often, but 2 coats of this and you're dang near opaque for just on your nails and you're set to go. One of my absolute favorite red colors, and I honestly thought, because it's kind of a vampy red, it does have a lot of iridescent in it. When I first saw the name of this, I thought it was inspired by True Blood. The name of this shade is I'm Not Really a Waitress. So any of you that watch True Blood, you understand what that's kind of referencing to. But actually, it was inspired by a wedding that Susie, the creator of OPI, went to, and a lady spilled the wine, and she told her, "I'm really not a waitress." So that's where she got the inspiration for this gorgeous shade. And it is a very beautiful, it's a mauvey red. It is full of iridescence, and it looks so gorgeous on the nails. One of my favorite colors, and not a limited edition one, part of the regular line. This color here, oh my gosh, this is the type of pink shade I had kind of been on the hunt for a long time, and that's why I bought a lot of like cheaper ones trying to find this color. But this one is Charged Up Cherry. It is part of the regular line. It is a cream shade, but it is just the most beautiful, shocking pink shade ever. It's very much a red pink, but it is just beautiful, and I absolutely love this color so much. I have a hard time in the summer not solely wearing this particular shade. This shade here, also part of the permanent line. This is in the shade Chicago Champagne Toast. It's just a really gorgeous kind of like muted mauve shade. Very, very iridescent. This is one of their kind of like what you would, I guess, call like a shimmer, not necessarily a shimmer shade, but more kind of a metallic-y type shade. But it is just beautiful. Love, love, love it. Next one coming up, I'm almost 100% sure this was a limited edition color, but I'm not 1,000% sure, you know what I mean? This one is in the shade Samoan Sand. I love this color. This is one of those beigey, almost like my own particular skin tone flesh color shades that just kind of, you know, I'm really attracted to colors like this. This one is gorgeous. I love to pair this one and actually sometimes use it as an accent nail with more deeper, bold, prominent colors. And fun fact, this is kind of one of those colors that I sometimes pair it with. This was a limited edition. This is from the Tokyo collection, and it's called I'm on a Sushi Roll. I do have another color that's very close to it. This one's kind of more your deeper muted take on like Tiffany blue, but it's still kind of in that same color family where it's that bright teal color. I love this shade. So pretty. Pretty, 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 pretty. Now we flipped over. We're actually almost done. You guys wouldn't believe it, but my nail collection is actually a lot smaller than it's ever been now. But I will say this, I'm so much more happier with it that I've gotten just really critical of the shades that I wear because I know what I wear and I know what I don't. And so this just helps me kind of curb down on my spending and storage as well. Next up here, though, we have, I don't know, this Tell Me About It stud. the shade I'm wearing now. It is so hard for me to pick an absolute favorite, but I'm telling you, if I had to pick one and I could only wear that one forever, it would be this one right here. I absolutely love this pink shade. Do not be deceived by what you are seeing on through the bottle. I'm telling you, there's something about this glass that just completely mutes this shade out. This is the shade Tag Us in That Selfie. It is part of the permanent line, but I am telling you, this is the most bright, shocking pink when it's dried down shade, but it's also kind of like a baby shocking pink. It's kind of has that a little bit of that coral shift to it. Like I said, in the bottle, I don't know why this bottle changes the color you see when you pull it out. Oh my gosh, I live for this shade. I really do. I'm pretty sure this is a limited one, but I can't be 1,000% sure again. This one is called Left My Yens in Ginaza or Ginza. I'm really not sure how to say that. I'm probably sure it's from the Peru collection. But this is a gorgeous kind of like orangey gold, if you will. Like, it's definitely gold, but when I see it, I feel like I see a little bit of orange going on in it. I do use this one mostly for a top coat. It is a microfine glitter shimmer. Not hard to take off whatsoever because it's so finely milled glitter shimmer. But again, with this one, 2 coats and you're opaque. Now, this one is limited edition, and this one is just adorable, and it's a little bit older. If you can see, the label is a little bit different on this one, but I love this color so much. It's a gorgeous, like, coral punched orange color, but this shade is Orange You Ulta Stylish. This was a limited edition one created for Ulta Beauty. It's kind of in their Ulta Beauty orange-ish kind of color. And it is gorgeous. I love this color so much. This one here is part of the permanent line from OPI. This gorgeous, gorgeous cobalt blue shade here is called March in Uniform. It's a really deep, dark cobalt blue, but I love this shade so much. Honestly, the fall is when I love to pull a shade like this out. Now we have a couple of reds coming up here. This one, like I said, is so close to Tell Me About It Stud, but it's not quite the same shade. This is limited edition. This was from the Nutcracker collection from last year, and the name of this shade is Candied Kingdom. This is gorgeous. It is pretty much a blue-based red, but I feel it's a little bit deeper take on that blue-based red, especially once it dries down. But I love this shade. And yes, you can't have too many reds. I have probably 50 red lipsticks. What makes you think I'm going to have only one red fingernail polish, right? This one, again, was from the Peru collection, and the name of this shade is I Love You Just Be Couscous. And I love the names of the shades as well. This one, I consider this one more of an orange brown red, if you will. Almost like the deepest of terracotta, but like a red terracotta. And I love this shade too. It's really pretty. I feel like it's a spicy shade. Like, that's just what I think of when I see this shade. I think of spiciness. This one comes to us from the OPI Bridal Collection. It is a permanent collection, but it's just their bridal collection. The name of this shade is Baby Take a Vow. And I love this shade. It's just the softest of baby pink. But just so you know, this is really mostly for French manicuring. This, you would have to probably put on 4 coats to get it to opaqueness. But for doing a French manicure, it's a fantastic shade. This is also from the OPI Bridal Collection. And this is because I like to do a fancy French manicure, if you will. But I also love this for a top coat on things. The name of this shade is Throw Me a Kiss. This is a beautiful iridescent pink. It's got a little bit of a hollow shift in it. It's really subtle, kind of hard to see, but there is some blue and some purple and some white and some pink in that shift. I just think it's gorgeous. I love this color so much. Next up here, we have another beautiful red, almost kind of like, I'm not really a waitress color red, but not quite. This one is called Blackberry Bagada, but oh, isn't that pretty? I feel like this one has more of that purple shift to it rather than the red shift from I'm Not Really a Waitress. But I love this shade. I just think it's gorge, gorge, gorge. And last, certainly not least, this of course is part of the permanent line from OPI. It is the shade Black Onyx. This is a beautiful black cream shade, and I mean, it's just like, it is as black can be. It contains the souls of your enemies. I mean, it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous black shade. I love to wear black nail polish. That is one thing that I really enjoy, not just around Halloween, but all different times of the year. I like a black nail polish. I keep my nails relatively short, and I just feel that on shorter nails, these super deep dark colors look the best. And of course, as I'm kind of going through this video, I am missing a shade, and I'm not quite sure where it is now, but it is Lincoln Park After Dark, which is one of their most iconic shades as well. That is it. That is my nail polish collection that I just showed you here, minus the ones that I did keep from my previous declutter videos, which I think there was about 20 of those. So it's so much shorter than it was. You know, I really pared it down. I wanted to use the polishes that I have before they turn. So that was really kind of my whole goal in this. But I really hope you guys enjoyed going through this with me. Sorry it's taken me a little while to get this part of it filmed, but you know, life gets busy sometimes. Once again, I of course want to thank you for spending a little bit of your time with me today. I truly, truly do appreciate it. And of course, as always, before you leave, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. You definitely don't want to miss out on any videos that I have coming up. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.